This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. This game is the game between Elizabeth and Shaka in the 3rd division. Both leaders are in the playoffs after the first 5 rounds. Elizabeth is in 3rd with 7 points, Shaka number 5 with 6. Elizabeth comes from back-to-back wins in rounds 4 and 5. Shaka, he does well against peaceful leaders. He have defeated all 3 of them, and then he does a little bit more poorly against the more militaristic ones. So that points to a Shaka win here. However, Elizabeth, she has actually been up against Ragnar and she has won, so she can handle warmongers as well. Starting positions, Elizabeth is here. Let's get the resource bubbles on for a moment. She starts at the southern part of the starting continent, which is the western continent at the moment. There is a riverside, there is also floodplains here, marble is here, iron, corn, there is copper over here and some oil as well for late game. Then all the way up north we find the starting position of Shaka. Next to a river there are a couple of hills here, plains hills by the way, sheep, iron, there is crab, and we spot a little bit of corn over here as well. So it's going to take a little bit of time before their borders meet, but I doubt that is going to stop Shaka from thinking about attacking. Let's just start the game and see what's going to happen, shall we? This is interesting. Elizabeth versus Shaka in the 3rd division, both of them in the playoffs, both of them looking for maybe getting themselves into the top 2, or at the very least not drop out of the top 6. 50 thirds, Shaka and Elizabeth 2 cities each. Elizabeth is in Buddhism, Shaka in Hinduism 3 cities each. And we see that they are expanding but not very aggressively towards each other. Now Shaka built a city getting down south. We are coming in on 1 AD, 6 cities to Shaka, 4 to Elizabeth at that point, and Shaka has expanded better than Elizabeth early on. That could mean trouble for the English Empress, but we'll see. 7 cities to 5 at the moment. Elizabeth is weaker than Shaka. She's down to 0.8 the strength, and Shaka with more cities still, and he's getting construction and then going for Kodo laws, while Elizabeth now is on literature and music. 9 cities to 8, and the borders are touching, and it's only a matter of time now before Shaka makes his move. There it is, and Elizabeth is down to 0.6 the strength, 10 cities to Shaka, 7 to Elizabeth. Shaka has defeated all of his peaceful opponents this far. Let's see if this is more of the same, or whether Elizabeth can do the same as she did against Ragnar. 8 cities Elizabeth, Shaka has 10. But Elizabeth is weaker than Shaka, down to 0.7 the strength. She's expanded down into the Antarctic, but Shaka has stalled a little bit. Doesn't seem to be gaining any more ground at the moment, coming up on turn 200. Elizabeth with banking, going for engineering next. She still has 8 cities, and Shaka goes alphabet. 8 cities still for Elizabeth, and she is still at 0.7 the strength of Shaka. Now both of them are in engineering, and Elizabeth is going to get it first. 8 cities to 10 is not hopeless for Elizabeth, even though she's up against Shaka. Now she has engineering, and now she's up to 0.8 the strength of Shaka. Is Shaka losing units attacking? That, and Elizabeth, now she dropped down to red number again. That is a difference here, red or white numbers. White numbers mean she's closer. Elizabeth up to 0.9 almost now. She's getting paper, and they are both going for civil service. Shaka is going to get it only 1 or 2 turns before Elizabeth. But Elizabeth, 0.8 the strength, and she has actually managed to stabilize, for now at least, getting civil service. And now Elizabeth is on education while Shaka goes towards compass. They are in peace, by the way, but Shaka goes for optics as well. Elizabeth 8 cities, Shaka 10 cities. We have the next war, and we are looking at the war that is going to either make Elizabeth stronger or whatnot. This could be a very important one of the wars. We are at turn 250, which is halfway through the game. Elizabeth still on 8 cities, Shaka on 10. But Shaka now goes for guilds, and Elizabeth is just only on education. Let's see, guilds could be important now. She goes for liberalism as well. Shaka goes for banking. And now Elizabeth may be dropping a little bit in power, I'm not so sure. Still 0.8 though. But she was up to 0.9. Hey, and now Shaka is on gunpowder. Elizabeth, you need your military attacks. You don't need divine right. That is not going to help you against Shaka. Elizabeth, 7 cities now. She lost 1 and down to 0.7 the strength, and she may be in trouble. Constitution, again, not a very good tech for military, but she has peace. She has peace, but Shaka is in 11 cities, Elizabeth on 7. This is tense. It is not over yet for Elizabeth, but unless she can get her military attacks up soon, Shaka's next attack could be devastating for England. Now Elizabeth is down to 0.6 the strength. Shaka is building up for more attacks in the future. There is no doubt about it. And Elizabeth going economics, but you need some military power now, Elizabeth. The next war is on, it's actually on right now. Elizabeth on 7 cities, Shaka on 11. But Elizabeth, you need, there it is, you try to go for gunpowder. I think it is too late, but can you get it before you lose another city? Yes, but is it too late already? Elizabeth is also going chemistry now. Both Shaka and Elizabeth going chemistry. Elizabeth is down to 0.6 the strength of Shaka, and Shaka has the advantage and he's the aggressor. 11 versus 7 cities. But Shaka is not getting 6 cities now. Elizabeth has lost another one. This could be important. But Elizabeth is up to 0.7 the strength of Shaka again. But with only 6 cities versus Shaka's 12, this should, in theory, be impossible for Elizabeth to get a point from this game. We are at turn 312. 6 cities to 12. Shaka on paper, Elizabeth onto military science. But can she hold out long enough? Can she manage to get Shaka to sign another peace treaty? She can, and she does. And she is at 0.7 the strength of Shaka. She has not folded. She has not been broken. But with only 6 cities to Shaka's 12, the constant aggression from the Zulu leader has taken him up to twice the size of England in number of cities, and now he's going to get printing press, and Elizabeth is on astronomy, but that is going to take a very long time. Shaka on replaceable parts as well, and he has the advantage. I believe he's going to attack again, and this time I think he's going to take out more cities. There is the next attack. And 6 cities for Elizabeth, and she is 30 turns away from astronomy, and Shaka is already on to rifling, and this marks the end of England's hopes and dreams for this game. 5 cities Elizabeth now. Shaka is going to win conquest here. He is not going to stop this war now. I don't think he is. He shouldn't. He has rifles in 1 turn, and Elizabeth is down to 5 cities. Shaka has 13. Shaka 13 cities to 5, but Elizabeth, she has impressed me with her way of defending. She did not fold like other peaceful civilizations would have done as easily. But now with Shaka 13 cities, Elizabeth 5, and Shaka on rifling, this is unfortunately over. Or is it? Shaka has signed peace, and Elizabeth is up to 0.7 the strength again, and she is on printing press while Shaka goes education, but she has 5 cities. She cannot possibly make it happen this time if Elizabeth can get a point from this game. Now she's up to 6 cities, by the way. She must have founded. Or did she take, or did she get another city converted through culture? Was what happening? Well, it doesn't matter. Shaka has settled. Oh no, she built a city in the New World. Okay, so she has 7. Okay, she has 7, and Shaka with 16, Elizabeth with 7, and Shaka is building cities and building settlers and sending them into the New World, and his empire is growing by the turn. 16 cities to 7, Elizabeth is down to 0.6 the strength again. She is losing units now, so she's trying to go for replaceable parts. Shaka is on scientific method, 16 cities to 7. Elizabeth does have 7 cities though, and 8 or down to 7 again, and now Elizabeth is trying to go for rifling. Can she save herself? Can she save herself? I don't believe it. This is so dramatic. I thought Shaka for sure had broken her a little while ago, but now she's down to 0.4 the strength, so she's in reality broken, isn't she? 7 cities to 17. Shaka should have no problems winning this war from here. But Elizabeth, she will get rifling in 2 turns, even though she's down to 0.4. But now Shaka is on artillery. That is some very, very big difference. Artillery is going to break Elizabeth for sure. But she has kept her cool. She has been hanging on by her teeth. 6 cities now for Elizabeth versus 18 of Shaka, and that is just way too much. Democracy is 60 turns away for Elizabeth. She doesn't get any more military technologies in this game, I'm afraid. Turn 394. 6 cities to Shaka's 19. Shaka is expanding into the New World. He is doing it very good, and there is Dover. She's up to 7 cities again. She has founded another city in the New World, but that is probably going to be raised if it can't grow to size 2, because Shaka is probably just going to attack and take it. Elizabeth is down to 0.3 the strength of Shaka, but she has 7 cities. We are on turn 4 of 4. We are in the last 100 turns, and Shaka has not yet won the game. But Shaka, he can peacefully expand into domination from here. I believe he has enough land to do that. Elizabeth on 6 cities only, Shaka on 21, and if he builds a few more settlers, expands into the New World, he can expand himself into domination. I don't think Shaka will do that though. He's probably just going to attack Elizabeth again, which could further hasten the domination victory date. But yeah, there is the next attack. Maybe he doesn't go for domination after all, even though he is settling in the New World. I'm not so sure anymore if this is going to end in domination or conquest, one of the two, and Elizabeth is down to 5 cities. She has 0.3 the strength, and now she is surely out. Turn 423. I don't think Elizabeth is going to last for 76 turns, and it is 76 turns left of the game, so that marks the end. Shaka has worn her down, but she has really stood up to him. She has given us a fight. In the early wars, it was actually not very conclusive. There she lost another city, the one she founded first in the New World on the new continent in the middle there. She's down to 4 cities now. 0.2 the strength. She's never going to get steel. Well, maybe she is, but I don't know. It depends on Shaka really, if he signs peace or not. 26 cities Shaka, 3 cities Elizabeth. She is down to 3 and Shaka is up to 28, and Shaka is researching rocketry and Elizabeth is down to 0.1 the strength. Shaka is 10 times as strong as Elizabeth now. 60 turns left of the game. It's going to be a late conquest. Elizabeth is down to 2 cities. Shaka is on his way. Shaka is on his way to a conquest victory, unless he has enough land tiles. I don't think he has enough land tiles to win domination. 1 city left for Elizabeth. 1 city left for Elizabeth, turn 444, 56 turns left. Elizabeth put up a good fight, but Shaka was just too strong, too aggressive, too good. As a warmonger, 1 city left for Elizabeth. Shaka has defeated every single one of his peaceful opponents, and Elizabeth is no exception. And there it is, he actually did get the domination. He expanded enough into the new lands to get domination instead of conquest. He would have gotten one or the other. Turn 448, 2028 AD, and Shaka has won domination. Congratulations on that. Shaka, unsurprisingly, declared all the 6 wars of the game. What he also did was to win all 6 wars. The first 4 by 1-0 in city captures. The 5th war he captured 3 and lost 2 cities, and the last one he captured 6 and lost 0. I guess all those early 1-0 victories was because Shaka took a look at the war table and decided he wanted to get his victory ratio up a bit. Now, Domination 2028 on turn 448. Congratulations, Shaka, and let's go take a look at the statistics. Here we see the graphs. Shaka in yellow and Elizabeth in white. This is the score. GNP, oh my Shaka. Production is Shaka. Food is Shaka. Power is Shaka. Culture is Shaka. And espionage is Shaka. So a well-deserved victory, I guess. Demographics. This is Elizabeth. This is Shaka. Shaka had 1400 GNP at the conclusion of the game and 21 million inhabitants in his empire. Decent numbers here. Let's go top 6 cities and the wonders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wonders in the BC era, and we see the top 6 cities are all controlled by Shaka, even Coventry, that is the English city that made it onto the list. Statistics then. Elizabeth, 11 cities, founded 6 religions. Currently she has 5 lumber mills, 3 farms, 2 cottages and 2 villages. She built a total in her city 9 granaries, 8 barracks, 7 lighthouses and theatres, and we see the list goes down and the wonders start here. Hindu temple there. Let's go page down to find that one national epic concludes the list. Apostolic Palace is here, Colossus Oracle is here, Great Library is here, so a few good wonders. Current units for Elizabeth then: 4 redcoats, 3 workers and 1 caravel. That was not much. What did you train? You trained 39 catapults, 38 macemen, 34 caravels, down to 5 galleys. Let's go page down and find a great engineer as the last item on the list. What you killed: 31 grenadiers, 24 riflemen, 22 frigates, and all the way down to 1 privateer at the bottom. And your losses: 58 grenadiers, 43 redcoats, 39 catapults, down to 1 Islamic missionary at the bottom. Shaka then built 21 cities, 1 religion, founded 2 golden ages. Currently he has 47 windmills, 43 towns and 27 farms. And he did build in his cities 25 vikandas, 24 granaries, 16 lighthouses, down to 2 academies down there at the bottom. Let's go page down and see the rest of the list. Well, maybe there is even more. Taj Mahal is here, Great Lighthouse, Sistine Chapel, a lot of wonders here, and we see a Jewish monastery. Is there anything below that? Go page down to find that the last item on the list is the Angkor Wat World Wonder, and then we see the Hanging Gardens of Stonehenge here as well, and pyramids. Go top of the list and find the current units that Shaka has. 76 riflemen, 32 cavalry, 31 workers, down to 1 great spy. He trained a total of 61 riflemen, 47 cavalry, 34 crossbowmen, 11 galleons. Let's go page down and see that the privateer is the last item on the list, last unit on the list, so to speak. Confirming the kills: 58 grenadiers, 43 redcoats and 39 catapults, and an Islamic missionary at the bottom. And the losses: 31 grenadiers, 24 riflemen, 22 frigates, and 1 privateer at the bottom there. Congratulations, Shaka. This was a good game. Let's go take a look at the victory condition screen then. Shaka just reached 74% of the land area. Elizabeth only had 4.97% left, so together that is 78.97%, so good 11% of land not settled at all, in fact. And she only had Oxford left as one city and nowhere near culture for Shaka. Shaka built the Apostolic Palace, so that was not a question. Let's go exit and take a look at Oxford then, because I am on Elizabeth and that's her only city left. There is no point in clicking on pop, so Oxford, 8 pops, happy, unhealthy, 19 base food, 19 base commerce, 15 base hammers for 18, and you are building a caravel. Of course you are building a caravel. Congratulations, that is surely going to save Oxford from extermination. So let's take a look at Shaka City then. 31 of them, in fact. Shaka, okay. And then we go here and look, sort by population, make sure we are at the top, yes. Coventry 16, Gungun Lovu 14, Undiki Warwick 14, Ulundi 13, Obamba 13, we see all the things down there. Happiness and health for all Zulu cities, good food, well, reasonably good food at least, most of them in the 20s of course, but some on 30 and above. 64 in Quaducusa is the biggest, I think, base commerce. That is what it looks like to me. We have 55 in Undini, 48 in Ulundi, and 47 Coventry. But I don't think anyone has over 64. When it comes to base hammers, they are relatively good, and actual hammers, 66 in Ulundi building a Coventry, 48 we see in Bulawayo, that's also good, 46, 66 in Kangela building a destroyer. Okay, Dover size 4 is the bottom of the first page. Let's go down. Where Dover 4, there is Dover. So Emangweni and the cities below are on page 2, and we see there is mostly buildings there. A rifleman in Masucheni, that's all. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. Updated league tables show us Elizabeth is number 6 with 7 points and a positive 22 scored in turn difference. Shaka now up to 3rd with 8 points and a positive 21. Congratulations with that. He is now challenging for a promotion for sure. It's going to be interesting to see Shaka in the rounds to come. Tomorrow we have 2 games from the 2nd division, that's Isabella versus Charlemagne and Victoria versus Ramses II. Let's figure out tomorrow if Victoria can do better than Elizabeth this round, that's going to be interesting. I am Kjotleik, this has been the Noble Leaders League. I am saying farewell for today and hope to see you back tomorrow. Goodbye for now.